Welcome to the Capital Show. I'm your host Maria Malouf, coming to you from the Music City Center in Nashville for Bitcoin 2024. In this episode, we'll explore the latest in cryptocurrency, featuring expert insights on regulation, technology, and market trends. We'll also discuss security, privacy, and the environmental impact of digital currencies. Join us for live coverage from the event floor. Whether you're an investor, tech enthusiast, or just curious about digital currencies, this episode is packed with valuable insights you won't want to miss. Let's dive into the world of Bitcoin 2024.
My name is Jeffrey Harris. I'm the CTO of Paradox Infrastructure. We're an electrical immersion infrastructure company that specializes in cooling solutions and systems design. We have a facility in Arkansas that's a 15 megawatt facility, and we have been doing immersion mining for several years. I started Bitcoin mining in about 2013, and we've grown it into an industrial scale of mining. What we're looking right now is to do modular deployments where we can do large-scale deployments while still maintaining a modular site. So the major portion of our facility is based on immersion cooling, which we believe is going to be the future of technology. In terms of cooling, in terms of power density, and the way that the market is going, we honestly believe that there's a portion of immersion infrastructure that is still being able to untap.
Hello, I'm Brandon Lovejoy with XSET, and I'm here to just give you a brief introduction. XSET is a layer 1.5 or a docking solution or a docking layer for the Bitcoin network. So you can think of us as like a decentralized state data index layer, decentralized data layer, very highly scalable in RAM. So we're having data pushed to the network by the Bitcoin mining pools themselves, which we've got a number of illustrious partners so far, including Spider Pool. And then on our end, we have a proof of stake set of validators that are also validating all that data, so that we're kind of creating like an agnostic data layer that anyone can use, any L2 could use to build onto, using like a decentralized mirror image, essentially, of all the Bitcoin UTXO data on XSET, enabling smart contract applications and all sorts of other future use cases for the network.
Okay, so thanks for having me. So my name is Phoenix. So I work for B Square Network. I'm the head of BD at B Square Network. So, so let me introduce you guys what B Square Network is about. I mean, you think about Bitcoin is awesome, but at the same time, the layer one itself is also very expensive, and also is very slow. I mean, to transact money to each other. So the idea is that we wish to change that. So that's why we're building another layer two, which is called the B Square Network on top of the Bitcoin layer one itself, so that it's gonna help to improve. First of all, it's gonna lower the transaction fee, so it's gonna be really cheap to interact with our chain. And on the other hand, it's also going to be super fast to improve the performance. Anyway, so fast forward to this day. So we've launched the mainnet for more than 3 months already. So we've seen over 50 million transactions since then. We also have 2 million wallet addresses. So everything's going pretty well. So you guys can learn more about it. To follow us on X, you can just type in B Square Network, and then you will be able to see the newest updates on us.
Hey there, my name's Sam. I'm from River. We're a US-based Bitcoin brokerage, and we make it really easy for people to buy, sell, store, and self-custody Bitcoin within the US. So we were founded in late 2018. We've been around for a while, and one of the things we've been promoting at the conference is one of our services to just allow people to set up a recurring order, no paying transaction fees, and you can withdraw once a month to the storage wallet for free. So it makes it really easy for people to send money automatically, buy Bitcoin, and then convert that to self-custody. So that's a little bit about ourselves.
Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Chuck Lecuyer. I'm the CEO of IntelliFlex, and we are a company that builds liquid immersion infrastructure in a modular way. Basically, we're in the industry for 4.5 years. IntelliFlex is a high quality, high density, very reliable solution that is fully integrated and fully automated. That's kind of what we built. We serve the crypto market industry, AI, HPC, and we work with all the big institutional players in the industry.
Hi, my name is Fani Hukumati, and I'm talking about our company here today at the Bitcoin 2024 conference. We are into Bitcoin mining. It's a new technology where you can actually tip the miners into a dielectric fluid, and it's called a single phase immersion cooling. If you are a Bitcoin miner, the traditional way to do it is you air cool the miners, but now we are moving away from that, and you can see here this is where we have the single phase immersion cooling. The benefits of it is you can overclock your miners and you can save on the cost, and you can also you can have a lot more miners on a reduced footprint, which actually saves in your monthly rental costs for your mining facility.
Hello, my name is Miki. I'm sales director in TeslaWatt. TeslaWatt is a hosting company. We've been on the market since 2017, and now we're presenting our best project ever. Behind me, you can see the video. We bought the land in Tonopah, Nevada. We bought like 172 acres, and we're building solar plant. So we're building like a closed system, totally off-grid, where solar panels are going to provide enough energy for two S17s. We're going to use batteries so we can provide energy for 24/7 for these two miners. And now we're looking actually for the co-investors. In Tonopah, we can combine different tax credits and manufacturer subventions, so we can get the full money back basically from the government within a year, which means that your investment and the ROI is 1 year, actually less than 1 year, because we're going to give the money back in April 2025. So we're going to use that money to build a system, okay? And then you get the chance to run these two miners at 2.9 cents, which is the best price ever for hosting. And the most important part is that the miners, two S21s, which are the brand new models on the market, are included into the price, which means that you get them for free. And when you get the money, you're left with the miners and you get to run them at 2.9 cents.
My name is Charles. I am the CTO and co-founder of Crypto Asset Recovery. We were founded in 2017, primarily focused on password recovery for non-custodial wallets. And so think Bitcoin Core, MetaMask, blockchain.com, wallets like that. So if you lose your password, there's no password reset button. But what we can do is work with you to extract the encrypted wallet backup that essentially represents your private key. And then working with you to understand how you build passwords, we will attempt to decrypt the wallet file and recover your money for you. And with that technique, we have about a 47% success rate. That is the bread and butter of what we do. We also do scam investigations for folks who have been scammed. We try to bridge the gap between the confusing on-chain event that took place and the way that law enforcement works with physical leads and slightly less information. So we will investigate the case online and present a report to law enforcement that they can use to pursue recovery.
Now I'm missing my mic.
All right.
Definitely not good. Hopefully I get a blue. I have 4 chances to get a blue.
Let's go. All right, so we're giving away $65,000 today. $65,000 is going to some lucky winners. So find them tonight when we're out partying. This is going to be, I know who I'm going to be hanging out with tonight. And of course, we're paying it in the mother coin, baby. Bitcoin, let's go. So really quick, I wanted to recognize something because this is something that was really cool from just being able to promote and organize this hackathon. We had 671 participants from over 71 countries. This is proof that Bitcoin is for everybody. It is not dominated in one particular area. It's borderless. It's the future. This is what's going to unite us. And even better, we had the most submissions and participants from the country of USA, baby. Let's go. Come on, can we get a round of applause? All right, we're going to start with the Bitcoin propaganda piece first. The purpose of this challenge was to basically allow people that maybe aren't, coders or developers, give them an opportunity and a stage to promote Bitcoin in a certain way to help onboard the next generation. This is something that's huge. Like, we hear it all the time, the same. As a conference organizer, it's tough. Like, we hear the same stuff regurgitated over and over. So it's very critical that we get more creators that talk about the new stuff that's happening and onboard the next generation. So I want to first thank Bitcoin Magazine as well. They sponsored this track. It pays $5,000 to win, winner take all. We're going to do it again next year, so please, anybody that creates content, videos, let them know. This is easy money, guys. Like, easy money up for grabs. So let's get into it. Let's announce the winner. Like I was saying, this is a winner take all, $5,000 to win. This is the propaganda track. I really hope this person's here in the audience, to be honest. The winner, it was a video that helps make Bitcoin great again. Zachary Luis C's.
On the main chain. I think ultimately, though, something that Satoshi might have been missing is that these other chains are just very low viability. So in Satoshi's mind, okay, there can be other things like Namecoin or whatever if you want a DNS-like system. There can be other chains. But what we see in the world today is that there's Bitcoin and there's everything else, right? If you want a chain which is secure, you want a chain which is decentralized, you use Bitcoin, and these other chains are simply not an option. So maybe he would soften his stance a little bit. But ultimately, like, what Satoshi likes and doesn't like is like kind of irrelevant. I have a lot of respect for Satoshi. I love Satoshi.
Secret Service just told me, sir, we'd like a little more time. I said, you take all the time you want. You can take 2 hours, 3 hours, to hell with the people that have been waiting out. around here, but I'm sure they don't mind either. But it is a great honor, and a lot of things are happening in the world. We just heard, you probably heard, that Israel was just attacked, very severely attacked. And Hezbollah, looks like. And this is things that won't happen. I mean, you just can't. They have to respect us. They have to respect. They cannot do this. They cannot do this. What they did just now with that attack is terrible. This happened. And so to all, God bless everybody. This is so serious. They have to respect our country. This would never have happened with us. And we just cannot let it continue. So we just wish them all a lot of luck. This happened as I'm walking on the stage. You probably, most of you have heard about it, but it just, it's a terrible thing. But I'm thrilled to be here in Nashville to become the first American president ever to address a Bitcoin event anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. I want to thank David Bailey for inviting me. Special guy. You know, this whole love affair sort of started. David, about 4 months ago, was at Mar-a-Lago. I took a picture with him. I mean, he's a nice-looking guy. He's okay. He's out here someplace. But I took a picture, got published, Trump and David Bailey. All of a sudden, your industry went through the roof. So, David, congratulations. Whatever the heck you do, you did a hell of a job. But as well as all of the Bitcoin luminaries and legends here, you have legends in this room. They really are. Congratulations. Would the legends please stand? Oh, everyone's standing anyway. That's nice. I used to say, sit down, everybody sit down. But it's nice when they stand, including Tyler and Cameron. You know who that is? Winklevoss. These are great guys. They look like male models with a brain, you know? They're male models with a big, beautiful brain. Michael Saylor is here. Kathy Wood. Ron Paul and Rand Paul are here. Vivek is here. Vivek Ramaswamy. Where's Vivek? Where are you, Vivek? There he is. He's great. A man that I call Bob, but you probably know as Kid Rock. Where's Kid Rock? Where is he? He's great. He's a good guy and a talented guy and another talented guy. He was so incredible. This one, he went and he played at the funeral of a great fireman who was killed, fire chief, killed a week and a half ago at the rally. And Billy Ray Cyrus went and played music for the family, and it was supposed to be so incredible. I've heard so many things about it. And Billy Ray Cyrus is here. Where's Billy Ray? He's around here someplace. And he's great. He's a conservative guy. Said, how did you get such a liberal daughter? How did that happen, Billy? And by the way, Kid Rock was incredible at the convention. You probably saw him. You saw him? He was great. He was great. Another one, Jake Paul. You don't want to fight this guy. You know, you don't want to fight. He's got a big fight coming with Mike Tyson. But he's glad he didn't fight Mike when Mike was 19. He told me that today. But he's a fantastic guy, very talented guy in a lot of ways. The Governor Joe Lombardo, who's fantastic, and we're doing well in his state. And he's going to make sure that there's no hanky-panky going on. And if that happens, we're going to win this great state. But you know who he is, and he's a fantastic governor. Senators Bill Hagerty, Marsha Blackburn, Cynthia Lummis, Tim Scott, and Tim was great. Boy, I'll tell you, he was such a strong voice for me. He was on so many shows and did such a great job. During the primaries, he was incredible. I want to thank him, special guy. They're all special people, they're warriors. Tommy Tuberville, you know Tommy Tuberville, senator from Alabama. And you have many members of Congress, Andy Ogles, Thomas Massey, John Rose, Mark Green and French Hill, And the next U.S. Senator from Ohio, I hear he's doing very well, Bernie Moreno. Where is Bernie? I hear Bernie's doing well. The great Laura Loomer. Some of you know Laura. She's a fantastic person, great woman. And a tremendous developer from New York and Florida, one of the best, Steve Witkoff, and he's got his son Alex with him today. That's an incredible family, development family. They've been supporters from the beginning. Howard Lutnick, Cantor Fitzgerald, incredible, one of the truly brilliant men of Wall Street, and a whole group of his distinguished guests, and a lot of our distinguished guests. We have a lot of other people here, and I won't bother anymore, that's enough. Because we have to talk about crypto, we have to talk about Bitcoin, we have to talk about all these great companies. The Bitcoin community today can be summed up in two very simple words: America first. Because if we don't do it, China's going to be doing, others are going to be doing it. Let's do it and do it right. My vision is for an America that dominates the future. We have the best economy, the highest standard of living, the safest, the most beautiful cities. And by the way, when I say safest, our cities are going to hell right now. Our cities are going to hell. We're going to fix our cities. We're going to work with Democrats that have destroyed our cities, but we'll work with them and we're going to get our cities back. We're going to bring our country back. And we really were the freest and the most ambitious, most dynamic nation ever to exist on Earth, and we're going to get that back again because we're not there now. We're a nation in decline. You know it, we know it, doesn't sound nice. But it's okay because we're going to bring it back. We're going to bring it back fast. Right now, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing what's happened. Even today, when you look at what we just said, that would never have happened if they respected our country. If we don't embrace crypto and Bitcoin technology, China will, other countries will. They'll dominate, and we cannot let China dominate. They are making too much progress as it is. And we want them to be successful. I don't want China to be successful, but we have to be the most successful. What's going to happen? I want the United States to be first in technology, first in science, first in manufacturing, first in artificial intelligence, and first in space. You know, at MIT, my uncle was a professor there, Dr. John Trump. He would have fit in with this room very nicely, actually. That's why I mentioned it. And I believe he was the longest serving professor in the history of MIT. He graduated, we have a very intelligent family actually. He graduated tremendously. I think he has 3 different degrees, but they said, would you like to stay on, John, and be a professor? Well, I've got a lot of offers, I assume he said, but I've got a lot of offers. But he was there for, I believe, 41 years. When I was in the White House, the head of MIT came to see me, and they presented me with a book on my uncle. He was a legendary guy in the academic world and in the world of MIT. So I understand a lot about what you're doing, and I have great respect for highly intelligent people. And you are highly intelligent. America's destiny is to lead our rivals in everything and to surrender our industries to no one. To no one. You know, some of you are involved with AI, but you also have the same thing. You need a thing called electricity. You need a lot of electricity. You know, AI needs what to be really dominant. And China can do it much easier. We have environmental impact statements to do, but we're going to do things that nobody thought were possible. You need tremendous amounts of electricity. You need double the electricity of the entire electricity that we have right now in the United States to dominate. And we'll get that done. Who would think we can get that done? But we're going to get it done. We'll be having power plants built at the sites. We'll be releasing people from certain ridiculous requirements. And we'll be using fossil fuel to make electricity because we're going to have to. We'll be using nuclear. We'll be doing it in an environmentally friendly way. But we will be creating so much electricity that you'll be saying, please, please, President, we don't want any more electricity. We can't stand it. You'll be begging me, no more electricity, sir. We have enough. We have enough. You know, in the Midwest, they just opened, it was very interesting, they just opened up two chargers, you know, a charger for the electric cars. And you know, I love Elon, he's great, he endorsed me and great endorsement and everything else, but not everybody has to have an electric car, I told them that. So we're gonna get rid of that mandate if you don't mind. Some people want gasoline-propelled cars, some people want a hybrid, and some people like the electric car. They're great. I think they're great. I think what he's done is great. I think he understands it. I guess he probably would have endorsed me just for him of this, but he did, and it's just like they did these chargers in the Midwest. There are 8 of them. They spent $9 billion to build 8 chargers to charge up a car. And at that rate, it would cost approximately $12 trillion to put the chargers in. Somehow that's not working. The country would have to file for Chapter 11. We'll do a chapter, you know, it's called Chapter 7 instead of Chapter 11, but it's the equivalent. Now, we have to use our brain. We have to be, we are the party of common sense, okay? We have to have common sense. But what we do have to do is we have to produce tremendous electric for AI and for all of the other things, including the things that you're doing, and we'll get it produced and we're going to get it produced fast, or we're not going to be able to compete with China and other countries. So we're going to get it produced fast. Geniuses that talk to me about this subject, I've heard from Vivek, 175 million people in some form are involved with this world of crypto and Bitcoin and all of the others, 175 million. So when they heard that, they said, let's be nice to them, at least until after the election. So I've taken a lot of pressure off a lot of people. A lot of people are very happy today that about 3 months ago weren't so thrilled. For 3.5 years, is that right? Look, he just said this, and you know it's right. For 3.5 years, the current administration has waged a war on crypto and Bitcoin like nobody's ever seen before. For those who work in this industry, they target your banks, they choke off your financial services. Have people seen that? Yes? Yeah, they have. Plenty of hands up. They block ordinary Americans from transferring money to your exchanges. They slander you as criminals. But that happened to me too, because I said the election was rigged. He said the election was rigged. He should spend the rest of his life in jail for making that statement. Of course, they say it about us, and it's okay, right? No. And by the way, we're doing very well in the election. You know, we lost a candidate recently, crooked Joe Biden. And I thought, we lost this wonderful person, and he's actually a terrible human being, if you want to know the truth, so don't feel sorry. And we have another he's the worst human being, and I sort of made an analogy last night. Last night, think of this, I was speaking in front of a very powerful and very strong, very religious group, Christians, evangelicals, Christians. And then today I come in front of Bitcoin, and now I'm going to Minnesota to do a rally. You think my life is so great, don't you, huh? But I cover a lot of territory. I go from religion to Bitcoin to a rally. And I don't get it mixed up like other people do. Where they come out and they say, may God bless everybody involved in the Bitcoin world. But actually we mean that because you need blessing, because you've got to do something very spectacular. But we had an incredible time last night talking to Christians, largely Christians, a Christian group. And this is so great. And then we have a very big rally in Minnesota. Hasn't been one since 1972. Richard Nixon, can you believe it? And I think we're leading Minnesota. But there's some hanky-panky that goes on in Minnesota, but I think we're doing good. So we're going to leave here. We're going to go there for a big rally, but this is such an honor to be with you. Sadly, when we see the attacks on crypto, it's a part of a much larger pattern that's being carried out by the same left-wing fascists who weaponize government against any threat to their power. They've done it to me. Did you see I just won the big case in Florida? Thank you very much. The big case. Thank you very much. Good. Now, it's a big case. That was the document case. I have Presidential Records Act on my side. Biden did. By the way, Biden, they said, here's what they said. They said, he's guilty as hell, but we're not going to charge him because he's incompetent. I won the case the old-fashioned way. It's called you win. I wouldn't have wanted to win the way he won. Trump won the case because they called him incompetent. Think of this. So they called him incompetent. So he's incompetent to run for trial, to stand trial, but he's not incompetent to run the country. How does that work? But he's not doing it anymore because he didn't do particularly well in the debate. Did anybody watch the debate? Not too many people. Somebody said to me, you did horribly in the debate. I said, why? He said, because there's no way he can continue forward. That's how bad it was. I said, I understand that, and that's exactly what happened, actually. We had a great debate. It was a tremendous debate, actually, and since then, hey, look, you have to open the eyes. You have to see what's going on. We have a country to run. The problem is that Kamala is worse than Joe. Is worse. She's a radical left lunatic, defund the police, all of the different things. And so far she's got a little honeymoon going on right now, but when people hear about her, and she's against crypto, by the way, and she's against it very big. So I just want to let you know, you gotta get out. You gotta get out and vote. It should be no surprise that these same totalitarians are hell-bent on crushing crypto and obliterating, and that's what they want to do, and that's what they are stated. They're there right now. You have the SEC, you know what they're doing, obliterating Bitcoin. The reason could not be more clear because Bitcoin stands for freedom, sovereignty, and independence from government, coercion, and control. The Biden-Harris administration's repression of crypto and Bitcoin is wrong, and it's very bad for our country. It's really un-American. As you know, 6 days ago, we officially defeated the worst president in the history of the United States. I believe he was the worst president in the history of the United States. Think of it. Millions and millions of people have come to be that way. We're beating them badly, and we have to make sure that we do. We need to do it. Lose the fight for a woman, but in this case a man. He's losing the fight. He's down by 15, 16, 17 points. They say that you're not going to win, Joe. You got to get out. He didn't want to get out. He said, I'm not getting out. He said, you're getting out. He said, I'm not getting out. I got 14 million votes. I'm not getting out. They said, if you're not getting out, we're going to institute the 25th Amendment on your mental competence. He said, like I said before, they got him to get out. Okay? And they got him out. But it's like, think of this. He's losing. And then they say, let's take him out of the fight. We'll put a new fighter in there. The new fighter is her.
During his speech at the Bitcoin 2024 summit in Nashville, former President Donald Trump made several significant points that highlighted his support for the cryptocurrency industry. Trump reaffirmed his support for the American Bitcoin industry, emphasizing the importance of financial freedom and the growth of Bitcoin in the U.S. He expressed a desire to see more Bitcoin mining operations within the country, stating, "We want all the remaining Bitcoin to be made in the USA." He criticized the current administration approach to cryptocurrency regulation, positioning himself as a champion for the industry against what he termed excessive regulatory measures. Trump linked the growth of the cryptocurrency industry to broader economic growth and job creation. He highlighted how fostering a robust Bitcoin ecosystem could position the U.S. as a global leader in financial innovation, emphasizing the competitive aspect. Trump mentioned the need for the U.S. to lead in the global Bitcoin market to avoid falling behind other nations that are also investing heavily in cryptocurrency technologies. Trump's speech was well received by the audience, which include key figures from the crypto world like the Winklevoss twins, the Zappo Bank, and executives from major crypto exchanges.
These Bitcoin miners, they're some crazy people, you know. We love the Bitcoin miners. Just doing what I can to get close to the people before my speech, you know. They wonder where I am. I'm right here, right now. That's what's going on. And what's your name?
Maria.
Maria. It's a very beautiful name.
President, we've been looking for you.
I just came over here to sit down for a minute.
Can't wander away from the Secret Service like that.
Well, you know, sometimes I gotta go catch a power nap. You know, I was just over here trying to get a little bit of rest, and then the Secret Service comes marching around, but they just give me one guy. They gave everybody else to Dr. Jill.
What you can tell about Kamala?
What can I tell about Kamala?
Tell her what you told me earlier.
Well, I mean, she's not an ugly woman. She's not an ugly woman at all.
Yeah, he's attracted to her too.
I didn't say I was attracted to her, but I'm just saying Kamala's not an ugly woman. But she's hideous in her own right, in her own way.
You wanna win? You wanna win the race?
Oh, I'm winning the race. I'm definitely winning. The only way they're gonna win is if they cheat.
Yeah.
They won't cheat this time. So what are you gonna do? Make America great again?
Make America great again. Magaga.
He's got everything in the box. He's gonna give it to you guys when you guys get back.
Okay. Cookie cuddle. What a cookie cuddle.